weather and how windy it can be out there.
It's a real factor. They won the toss and selected the win, and we knew that, we might allow them a touchdown or even two. I was not even concerned about 2 touchdowns. Got the coin flip there. Anna Dalton, our cheerleader sponsor, we had a contest. You call the toss, and she won it this week. She called the toss, and we've lost the toss the last 3 weeks, but we won the game. We've been doing that 3 weeks with our teachers. That's been a successful thing for us. They don't want to kick deep to Adams or Godley or Holmes back there, and they squib it. Godley gets it and breaks up the middle. Not much there. We come out, and they're fired up, and we got the wind blowing behind them. Come out in what we call a Houston sit, run the reverse to Mike Adams. Their end played a little differently than we thought he would play on that. Come back with the counter dive to Jeff Godley. Not much there. You can see Paladur's got a good football team. They've been in the playoffs 7 of the last 8 years. Got Jeff Godley on the squeeze. It was one of our basic plays, and you see there's not a whole lot there either. So 4th down and punting situation on Steve Bradley snapping, sophomore.
Got to punt into the wind.
Yeah, he's got a nice punt into the wind. Later on, we can have some problems in the kicking game that we've got to get straightened out. They open up the wishbone, number 30. They had 4 good backs, including the quarterback. Got good hit by number 5 there, Curtis Rawls, senior.
Now, these are the same group of players that were here at Texas Stadium 2 years ago.
They had sophomores, Shanklin, Monroe, and all that group, and they've grown up, and we called all over the state. We called Odessa Permian and Odessa, Midland League people that had played them and said, Coach, they've got a real good football team. They're probably the most talented team in West Texas, so we knew our hands were full.
Don Shanklin, the quarterback, you'll see a lot of Tremaine Brown, real speedy running back.
Shanklin is one of the outstanding quarterbacks in State Texas. You can see right there. Oh, he's got a lot of talent. He can go.
So the Dons score first. They open up a 6-0 lead. The extra point is good. 8:41 left to play in the first quarter, and it's Pala Duro on top, 7-0.
Things don't look very good here. They split again. I believe Ryan Manning went past Ryan. Even Holmes picked it up. There's not much there. It makes a good effort on the run back. Chris James, the quarterback, just ran the isolation right at him. Jeff Godley. Later on the game, get a little more diversified. Come back with the reverse to Mike Adams. Mike has been a big factor of playoff victories, moving him around the receiver, back, trying to find out where he is. Jeff Godley on the counter dive.
Godley would carry the ball 40 times this game, and a problem here, Coach, right up the middle.
Right there.
Yeah.
He's had a little problem on a kicking game. In this game, Bradley took too many steps, really wasn't lined up deep enough. We'll get that straightened out. Right off the bat, they come back with a touchdown. Getting close, not quite in.
Tremaine Brown dives over the top, and Pala Duro opens up a 13-0 lead with 6:12 left in the first quarter. And Coach, your team is stunned at this point.
Well, I'm nervous, but I've been out in West Texas. I know what the factor of the wind is. Not punt, really surprised about that. But it's when I get 19, that's when I'm really nervous.
Well,
Ryan Manning. Ryan's a really good football player for us this year. Going straight defense now, but he's a good back also.
Takes it out to the 42.
Trying to run a screen here, and they had run it all year, faking the sweep, and they held up Godley. They're trying to split Godley across the field. Unusual fit there. They didn't adjust it very well. Godley breaks some good yardage. He probably should have come back with it. Came back to power sweep, old bread and butter play with Jeff Godley. Good fit. They took some good yardage. That was a 4th down situation. Go for the fake punt. Mike Adams. Afraid to punt in the wind. We just had one block and was nearly midfield. And maybe a little wrinkle in our punting game that might not be able to break it.
Kid, what about facing a wishbone running team?
Well, it was different for us. We've been playing a lot of run and shoot teams here in the Metroplex, and first time we've seen the wishbone in a long time. And I thought our defense did a good job. Coach Kitchener always comes up with a good defensive game plan, and we did a good job containing them. I think they had barely over 200 yards total offense, and they've been ripping people up in the West. They're no Shanklin again. played him very well there. You see he's a talented athlete.
Well,
he hurt us in the first quarter. We pretty well shut him down the second half.
So the touchdown makes it 19-0. The run here down to the 5-yard line gets away, and there is a touchdown that makes it 19-0, and the 2-point conversion fails.
They're not converting on their extra points really help. It was a difference in the ball game, 20-25. Swift hit again. Ryan Manning again returning. Not much yards there. We don't have much going for us right now. Go to the hitch pass quickly to Mike Adams. Mike's got a lot of good moves, picks up good yardage. Back with the counter, Jeff Godley. Got Leon Miles, Chris Searles pulling, doing a good job. Chris going to the hitch again to Adams. It's a good move by Mike. He got hit and made the first down for us. Option, Chris cuts up, gets it down to inside the 30. Back with the isolation, Goblin, they're really key on Goblin, you know. We're trying to mix it up, like we run a whole lot of options, but sure we have in our team and kind of call them off guard early.
One of many tight measurements in this game.
Well, his stiff was slanted the wrong way a couple of times.
Well, the first quarter ends 19-0 in favor of Pala Duro.
Big sweep, and then score on this. Good block by Tracy Young. Kevin Martin, and Godley walks in for this touchdown.
25 yards on the sweep, and you're on the board. So, what a lift this gives your team.
Good block there. Good block with Kevin Martin. Got Brooks out in front pulling along with Leon Miles.
Well, it didn't take long, Coach. 49 seconds into the second quarter, and you're on the board. The extra point by Ferguson is good, and it's 19-7. And a break here, I guess, as far as the miscue and trying to pin them back deep on the kickoff.
They've got good field position there. They've got them, they're going into the wind now. Hayes Rydel, Bud Norris. Bud did a good job for us all year at linebacker. Running into the wind, which is a good field position here about midfield.
A little extra 2-yard roll there.
We're going to Adams, taking the isolation, trying to hit Mike deep.
Well, he was open.
Yeah. I think he did a quick 6 there, come back on the reverse to Adams. Got Leon Miles out in front pulling. Leon makes a good block there. Mike goes out of bounds.
Gets 3 yards. So it's 3rd and 7.
Same play. He worked once, just tried it again. Then he breaks this, and Brooks is out leading this time.
And now back to the running game after 2 plays to Mike Adams.
Jeff Godley. Good run by Jeff. You see a lot of press backs don't even see.
173 yards. And in the process, Godley would set the all-time city career.
With Kevin Martin. But Jeff will tell you that Kevin Martin's done a lot the last 2 years at fullback with the blocker. He's over here to a shift. Call our scatter series. Motion cross with Adams. Back to the verse. Here's Kevin Martin. Good back here. He breaks this. That's there. Good run by Kevin. Squeeze again. Good block by Tracy Young. Take it inside the 5.
2nd and goal. And one of your linemen shaking up Leon Miles.
Yeah. Leon's done a good job for us all year. On the sweep, they get penetration. They don't get anything on that. Sweep again. Just a little bit. We come out the second half and run right at him. What we call smash football. It worked. Try to get outside on the corner with his speed. They were trying to knock the others outside.
4th and goal. Right here.
Good blocks by Brooks, Logan, Lance Moore opened it up. Touchdown.
19-13. The 19-12, and the two-point conversion pulls you within 5 points. So we got to feel pretty good at this point, Coach.
Yeah,
two quick scores.
Yeah, but right here, I believe this is in the wait. What a run by this kid. Thank God for Ryan Manning. Watch Ryan Manning. Ryan Manning can run right there. Watch what he does. He trips him right there. But always good to him. And now probably the play of the game's going to come up there in just a minute. The great play right there. Look at Brian Brooks.
Just stripped him.
Unbelievable.
There's a lot of things that college scouts are going to look at.
Brian's an all-state player. I promise you. Goes both ways, offensively and defensively.
You're going to see this again. Just takes it away from him.
Great play, Rydel. Incredible.
Never seen him on his fast.
He intercepted the pass. I guess it was Easton Neal never took it back. It's unusual for a defensive lineman twice in 1 year to have an opportunity to score.
Well, that big play right at the half, down 19-14, and you get the ball to begin the second half. It's Tracy Young.
Tracy's been a good utility back for us. We have him back this year. And the sweep right off the bat. But Brooks, look at that block by Brian Brooks. That's what I'm saying. He's an all-state player.
16 yards on this Jeff Godley run. And another breakdown.
We'll line up those defense runners. We had to change punters and we'll get all that straightened down.
So it goes over to Pala Duro on the 37.
Good tackle by Matt Edwards. Matt's been a 2-year starter for him. Big linebacker. Bud Norris, Ryan Manning, all there to make the tackle. And a lot of misdirection here.
Yeah, they do.
Good job. Our defense really came on the second half. Had the big first quarter, but after that, they don't have a whole lot of offense.
Got 119 yards, I believe. 159 yards of rushing this game.
Kyle Martin was the first one that came through and picked up the back.
Sean Jones takes it over the top. And a breakdown on their extra point. So it's 25-14 with 5:03 left to go in the third quarter. Getting a little dark in Amarillo. And you needed a good return, and Mike Adams.
He's one of the best I've ever seen at returning punts and kickoff. I couldn't believe they kicked it deep, too, because in the first half they were quick kicking. Good run by Chris James. He was called back for a motion penalty. The fake reverse, Chris keeps it. We'll give it here to Kevin Martin. Kevin nearly breaks it right there. One guy had been gone. Kevin had broken for a long run in each of the playoff games. Come back to the same play and then he breaks it again.
7 more yards, and then James had a pass to Godley.
I thought this was pass interference. Right there.
Right off the fingertips, and it looked like number 23 might have got a hand on it before he got to it.
Oh, look at this screen. Look at the screen.
Right across the middle.
Adams never scores on this right there. Great play.
We'll see this one again, Phil.
That's one of the big plays of the game right there.
James got it, too. That was his main responsibility. Put it right in between there.
Big sweep. Good block to Kevin Martin. Line pulling. Touchdown.
Godley takes it over from 10 yards out. We're going to see this one again. And a block thrown by Kevin Martin. And number 79 on that play, so you're getting close. 25-21.
Our defense really has to play hard here. They do a good job. They played well all year. Brian Brooks at the defensive end.
That's a little quick on the blitz there.
Scott Guys has had to play in the playoffs for us. Hazeldale at the other tackle. Sophomore Kevin Conrad. The linebackers, of course, Matt Edwards, Bud Norris, and Ryan Manning have been a real instrumental part in our football team as a force.
Shanklin not getting much out
Yeah,
of
we shut him down. That's first ball coming up along with Matt Edwards.
Well, they punt on 4th down.
Adams back there again. Time Adams gets the ball, you better watch out. He really breaks it. Ooh, took a little lick on the sideline. An offsetting penalty.
And a Shanklin here. Shanked out of bounds.
This is good field position. This ball is 40. Line by 4 points. Go off right off the bat, trying to get to Adams again. Felt like we beat that guy. He had more speed than what I thought. Go back on a little reverse to Dangerfield. And throws to God, and we don't get a whole lot out of it. There's a new little wrinkle we took it. It didn't work.
Godly the receiver that time. Now you got a punt.
That's punt. Bradley gets off this punt. Bradley's a good punt. Just had a break down in the alignment, really. That's good.
Gets it down at the 10-yard line. So Pala Duro leading. We're midway in the 4th quarter.
Good job by the defensive end. I believe Kevin Conrad sprung it out when they had cut it to the side. On this mat. Top guys for the junior.
Here's an incompleted pass coming up.
Good pass goes from the outside.
Shanklin tried to go to his back. So the Dons have to punt it. Right up the middle. Came about a couple of yards from breaking that one, Coach.
Well, the ISO option. Chris James did a good job cutting that field. About 4 or 5 yards. Chris has done a great job for us this year. Make a counter dive to Godley. Trying to just take it in, go for the go-ahead touchdown.
Got a measure here. And
I thought this was first time. Look at that. Leaning pole.
little slanted pole there.
Slanted pole out West Texas.
Inches, they say, so you talk it over and what are you doing right here?
Well, we're deciding where to go. Kevin Martin, 230 pounds, like a good few inches. We want to just blow him off the ball, get it to Kevin, and get the first down. Kevin gets it. Offline does a good job.
Down 24-21.
Hard running by Ziff right there. The clock's running. We know we scored here. We playing good defense. We pretty well have the ball, but Godley breaks it down all the way to the 2-yard line. Good job by Lance Moore, Steve Bradley, and Brian Brooks. Same play. See it again.
24 yards to the 1-yard line. And
makes the same play and score with it. Good job, Kevin Martin, leading through it.
So Godley scoring his 4th touchdown of the game. And it's 28-25 with just over 7 minutes to go, and you didn't want to give them a chance to return.
Quick, because they'd already returned one. Good field position. We got to hold on to the rope here. It's got 7 minutes. Good job of stringing it out again the first ball. Puts him on the sideline. Then Matt Edwards knocks him out, and it homes off over. And the dive in there, good job there. That's how you can do it. And the sweep, Kyle Martin sprung it inside. The linebackers field, Bud Norris, Manny. And Matt was also in that first row.
And Hayes Rydel right underneath, number 98.
That's critical right there.
That sure was. 4th down.
And we've got the
You help.
stat now. We're good sweep, Jeff Godley. Trying to run the clock here, not make any mistakes, not any penalties. And just run that clock right here. We're coming back. I think it's towards the end of the game. Look at Champ. He's a great athlete. But it was just an outstanding job right there. We had Matt Edwards, Shanklin again, going to the flat. We're talking here about penetration, first down. Then that coach comes out later to see we were way ahead in first down and yards with penetration for time. So I was a little nervous that if they went down and kicked the field goal and got inside the 20s, then they would advance on penetration. So, you know, it's a little scary right here. Ryan Manning's in on tackle, along with him at home. Going with the bootleg pass, try to get the back and flat, which they do.
I think it was a second down pass, but you talked about him at home. See,
that was a big play right here. A good pick. Ryan Brooks is out there. That's Ryan Manning. Ryan did a good job on the draw play. Watch this. Boy, he takes some looks now. Everybody on the defense is hitting.
And then Emmett Holmes going up with an interception.
This is getting scary. And Emmett comes through. The tight end is about 6'4". That's who they were going to. And Emmett about 5'8" or 9. And he's shoving on Emmett pretty hard.
So Pala Duro not able to get down closer because of the interception by Emmett Holmes, and you hold off and beat him 28-25. And he has some good supporters out there, Coach, and this is what it's all about.
Oh, it's a great win. It's just so much joy. People are crying from joy. It's just a happy time for us. You know, we went through the early part of the season with so many injuries and sitting there 1-4, and then the coaches and the players and the fans have all stood right behind us, and it's just a great win. And as I said earlier, it's probably the most exciting game I've ever been in. It's one of those games where you never could relax. You knew that we were down by 19, and we came back, and you just knew that something was always about to happen. You know, even there at the last, with Pala Duro having the ball, you knew they had the weapons to score. And you know, I thought our defense really came through the second half and played hard. You know, we kind of put them in a bad spot, you know, in the first half with the wind and, you know, the block punt and the ball being snatched over the punter. And to win a championship, you got to be good offense and defense and the kicking game. And we've got to get better in our kicking game.